you should be able to hear me now. Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear now. I had the mic turned off um, on OBS because I was doing something else earlier in the day. Is that coming through? I want the desktop audio on. I want the desktop audio off. There we go. Not the, there we go. Okay. So you guys just saw me doing this. Okay, that means I got to do the Feedback Friday song again. You realize it's Friday, Feedback Friday, the feedbackiest day of the week. All right. So I want to show you guys a brief, quick thing about the 404 video I am working on. Give you a little bit of a snapshot. Here we are in Adobe Premiere. That is my cat link, so you might get a sense of where I'm going with that. Just hands. So yes. Oh wow, 26 people already. So we're gonna jump in. Ask your questions. That's all this is. I did a Feedback Friday thing. I do have one thing to read here, if I can freaking find it now. It was a really nice comment I got after that whole trans exclusive thing that really just pissed me off in a way I just can't. I don't like when people, there's enough bad in the world that I don't like it when people add more bad to the bad, if that makes any sense. But I got a really great comment. I'll try to find it here. So something stupid and deleted it, which would really suck. Where are we here? Patreon, no. I don't want Patreon. I want the amount of email I get on a daily basis between Kickstarter and everything is just ridiculous. So sorry I can't find it. Maybe I should search. I like searches. I agree, Sean. The world needs more good and happy. The world needs less angry face. Oh, here it is. Here, I won't say the name of the person for obvious reasons once you hear the read, but I really appreciated it after what these people did. This person who is a commenter, meaning backer, you know, like, as a trans woman myself, finally traveling the path of my initial stages of transition, I applaud your acknowledgement and inclusivity, Leanna. I have not personally been offended or felt excluded by the title Ladybits at all, as I don't see the label of lady to strictly mean genetically female or assigned female at birth. It's simply a term meaning a distinguished, refined woman of female gender, regardless of genitalia, and gentleman is similarly related. At least that's how I see it. Anyway, I'm very happy to see the campaign going so well. I look forward to seeing the subject of trans men, women, and other gender identities. So I look forward to seeing if the subject of trans men, women, and other gender identities will cover within the series. So I was glad to get that message because that was precisely why I got so mad. I did not for a second, because I do not think this way, think that anybody would interpret a cheeky double entendre as, you know, oh, all only women with vaginas are women. Like, that is so overthinking it that I just, you know, just I don't think that way, and so it just hit me between the eyes. Like, I can't help but feel like the people that do this, who think they're helping, wow, my hair is all crazy. I have director hair, although Momo is the director of these projects, not me. Oh wow, this makeup looks better on camera than it does in person. I'm experimenting with a new eye look because Fridays are rough because that's when we do the live show from the Hard Rock Cafe. It's our last live show in the red carpet, and I really love the location. I really love the people, but man, the soup, the toxic soup in the air, I will not miss. I always have crusty eyes the next day, and our grass got mowed by the lawn people we have come here yesterday, so I'm just dying. Somebody asked thoughts on Lacy being open to conversation. I assume that means Lacy Green. The funny thing is, I always really liked Lacy's content, even though I obviously didn't agree with her on some things. I thought she was fun and, um, uh, you know, she's very much in that use of language that I don't do, but this does not surprise me about her. I always thought she was one of the people who was uh, more open to. Wow, I'm really swollen here today too. Anyway, I've always thought she was more open, so this does not surprise me. It certainly makes me happy. I feel like Luke Skywalker now going, I always saw good in her, and she has come back from the dark side. It makes me very happy. Stephen in chat said, your view on gender performance in gaming was my favorite part of Gamer's Guide. Hope to get to cover that in some way in Ladybits. Yeah, that's central to the idea that I'm not going to use, and we will touch on this again for people that didn't see Gamer's Guide to Feminism. We will definitely do the, we don't use gaze theory. We use gender performance, Judith Butler, basically, because it works well in video games, because the most difficult to defend part of Butler is the idea that not just gender is a social construct, that sex is also a social construct as well. And I don't want to fight that fight. And the nice thing is, in video games, we really don't have to, because they're all avatars. There's no actual squishy bits. We don't have to deal with chromosomes and all that stuff. So Butler works very well for games because we don't have to fight that fight. And yeah, so they'll definitely, I know why there's lights that aren't on. It doesn't matter now. But yeah, nice to see. I mean, the Lacy thing is a sign of what I've been saying for a while, that this oppressive approach to speech cannot last. People will eventually go, whoa, if we're talking about greater evils here, thank you, Lucas. If we're talking about lesser evils here, then repressing ideas is a far greater evil than somebody getting their feelings hurt. And that was basically the gist, for people who haven't seen it, of Lacy Green's like blockbuster video that everybody's like freaking out all over the place. And it's funny because to me, some of the things she said were not exactly controversial. I thought she made a lot of sense. And the fact that people are just losing it because the woman made sense says a lot. And yeah, things are definitely changing. The biggest learning bit for me with this whole thing, and sorry, hold that thought. Somebody in the chat said, are you willing to debate her? I'd really like to see it. I'd like to talk to Lacy. I think she's cool. I think she'd be a good person to come in on Ladybits as a guest. Debate, when you say debate, to me, it means one of two things. It's, Oxford rules, which is very structured, which I don't have time to prepare for right now, or it's those shit show scream fests that service as debates nowadays, and I want no part of those. Debates are supposed to be respectful back and forths between two people. I did debate stuff back in the day. My big claim to fame with in high school was there was this course, Modern Western Civilization, that nobody had ever got above a 90% on. Even the big brain who went to university at 15 and all that stuff, he didn't clear 90% in this course, and it's because he lost a debate. And it was an all or nothing thing, where you had to win your debate to get an A+ in this course. And so it's we had to do, and there was like a jury, and you had to basically argue your side, and it was all about the American Revolution, and I drew the Boston Massacre, and I was like, oh man, this, totally in like the British were totally in the wrong here, but I had to argue the British side. I had to defend the fact that the British were in the right, and I managed to do it. And I won my debate. I had like forensics charts, and I did a little restaging and everything like that. But that's part of the thing that's influencing Ladybits is I can argue a side. Part of journalism is, when it's done properly, is to go in there and try to understand both sides to an extent. You don't necessarily have to agree with the conclusions, but you can understand why somebody thinks and feels the way they do. And I think that is becoming more and more of a dying breed because journalism is so based on personality politics now. And, let's throw Camille Paglia at a whole bunch of white nationalists and identitarians and cut a really great promo, because a lot more people will see the promo than will watch the show. It's buried on Sunday, on CNN. I think he's on Sunday. I know Anthony Bourdain's on Sunday. I just have them all set up to tape, and I watch them eventually and watch Anthony Bourdain eat a lot of food I can't eat because it's all pork. But someone said winning debates is a dumb concept. I completely agree, and that's why I don't like the way it's working now, because the Helen in chat said she gets upset when people use a former debate structure as some kind of in real life debate gold standard, and not sure why. I mean, the way Oxford rules debates go is before the debate, everybody logs what they think. Everybody votes with a red card or a green card or whatever. Yeah. And the goal of the debate is to persuade more people to your side. And that's the goal of those, because they're intellectual exercises. It doesn't really matter who wins unless you're on a debate team and you're competitive debating. Oh God. But the modern ones I've been to, that it's all about giving it your best shot, because it does shift both ways. Like, people do change their minds, and that's the joy of debate, is intellectual openness, intellectual porousness. But the way these so-called debates happen now is people aren't speaking to each other. People are racking up talking points to their base, so then social media can explode afterwards, and everybody's loyalists on one side go, oh, he destroyed her. And then everybody's loyalists on the other side say, she totally wrecked him. And it solves nothing. It causes people to become more firmly entrenched in their viewpoints. And that does no good. Like, it's a confirmation bias thing. And unfortunately, as much as I respect his work, Christopher Hitchens had a lot to do with it. Too many people try to be Hitchens instead of recognizing that Hitchens was Hitchens and good for him, but don't try to be Christopher Hitchens. He had a singular gift. But so many people try to hitch slap their opponents in debates, and that there was so much more to Hitchens' work and just him as a person and sort of studying him as an intellectual. That the fact that it's become so derivative of that is very unfortunate. Why, my skin is so splotchy. I'm really having allergies today. And so that's my issue. That's why I say I don't debate. Now, I'm happy to have a conversation, because I saw some of the debates that were going on online recently, and it's just like, every time I watch a university debate that isn't Oxford rules, I mean, the Monk debate is great near me. The Lausanne School of Engineering does a debate that's hosted by Katty Kay of BBC News and World, BBC US and World News. I think that's right. She's got a really long title. But that experience is so awesome, going to these debates where it's a bunch of really smart people going back and forth on a very specific question. And then you see, I think it was U of T go, let's just insult each other about pronouns for a night. And it's a garbage fire. The event was a garbage fire. It was poorly run. The parameters were badly set. The press coming out of it was a garbage fire. Oh, enjoy Mother's Day, Arvon. Happy Mother's Day to your mom. But the whole thing was just a shit show. And I don't think that's useful. I don't think that benefits anyone. I think it actually hurts people, because with this whole, like, you know, craziness going on, the only people that actually get affected are, you know, transgender people who are now the center of a very, very charged debate. And I have a real problem with that. And I blame the university for not structuring the thing properly, for not booking the correct type of experts for discussing Canadian law. Okay, we have a question. Yossi asks, why is what straight men and gay men look for in sexual content so different? Well, that's you guys know me. That's a generalization, just saying, for the record, right up there. There is a very simple answer and a very, very complex answer to this. One is that because gay men are still men and straight women are women, and it's this weird fallacy in the media that the minute a man becomes gay, he has to like stuff that women like, just because they're interested in men doesn't mean they stop being men. Like, that's a huge misnomer. Now, there's a more complicated kind of academic theory as to why gay cinema and gay content is so hypersexualized, and I'm really hesitant to get in, because these are not my theories. This is what I've read and what's in the literature and everything like that. Because people being gay was so underground, you had to hide it for so long, and marriage wasn't available. The act of sex became very defining, and it was considered kind of a fight the man thing, to throw ass and penis at everything. And it's like, we're here, we're queer, get used to it. It's similar to the way radical feminists are like, I'm not here to please heterosexual male gays, that whole thing. The gay scholarship is really split on whether that is healthy, whether that is actually a true extension of what gay people really want out of erotic media. And I shouldn't say gay people, this is specifically gay men. But the question is it actually an extension of collective individual desire? That may be weird. Or if the fact that the bathhouse culture kind of drove the artistic dialogue in that regard, whether it sort of created a very short-sighted approach to gay sexuality and gay relationships, because we don't see the same thing. We don't see the same meat market with lesbians. And I think that's been a bit, I think that because we deal with, men being naturally hypersexual and women being naturally less interested in sex, you see like extremes of that in, gay male cinema and then lesbian content. And I mean, me personally, I like a beautiful woman as much as the next person, maybe a little more. But I don't believe that lesbian erotica is so much more emotional than gay erotica. I think those are stereotypes. I think that unfortunately media works on stereotypes a lot, and so what's been produced, more of it gets produced. It's harder to go against the grain, and um, yeah, there is a lot of, you got to remember, there's a lot of self-loathing in underground gay culture. And then there was this whole um, backlash against heteronormativity, that some gay activists believe that pairing off into these monogamous partnerships was just encouraging straight as the norm. And then you get people like Camille Paglia coming by and go, hold up. And I mean, Camille Paglia is Camille Paglia, but she's a hold up. Straight is the norm. And, the idea that we should treat gay culture as normal, it when we're a minority of the population, is absurd. And this is why Camille Paglia got the reputation that Camille Paglia has. She's very pro smut, but she comes at it from a very interesting perspective. And glad you could make it, Curtis. The reason we're bouncing around times is precisely for people like you. So that's the very round and about. And, if you guys noticed, I kind of did, well, here's one answer, and here's another answer. And that's the way Ladybits is going to work, because it's, Oron, what happened with this? With Macintosh being a mansplainer? I missed this one. I've kind of been doing my own stuff, and the world keeps exploding. Why? I mean, this is what I kind of said earlier, that I don't find social justice groups especially supportive of their own. The reason I decided to go heavy on the gamer, lighter on the feminism, than like heavy on the feminism and lighter on the gamer, is because I think gamers are actually open to a discussion. Whereas these social justice things, you have to be a talking point generator, or somebody gets mad at you to show their social justice bona fides. And I'm like, forget that. And Curtis, I believe I did get your message on Kickstarter. There's no real good way to respond to messages on Kickstarter, unfortunately. Its interface is not the greatest for comments and things like that. And yes, Dragonwater, Camille Paglia is normal in the statistical sense, not the normal sense. And I am inclined to agree with her. I think that the numbers game that has engulfed social justice, all these people showed up at a rally, therefore our issue should matter. I think it fundamentally neglects the idea of minority rights being important. And the whole point is, somebody shouldn't have to seem like a majority somewhere to be heard. But it also means the majority should be treated like the majority. It's a checks and balances. It's that, a representative democracy versus tyranny of the majority. So it's a balance. Helen asks, did I belong to any music-based subcultures back in the day? Do you think that they influence your social outlook in ways similar to gaming? Involved in subcultures, it's hard. I mean, I worked in music programming. I was, the school I went into, I was in dance hall reggae was the big paradigm, and hip hop were the big paradigm in the early 90s. And so if it weren't for this guy named Spencer I dated in high school, I would not have known from Pearl Jam and Nine Inch Nails and he like made me these tapes and like photocopied of Pearl Jam's 10. It was years later I went out and like bought my own copies, so it was better. But piracy. But uh, grunge was sort of the minority. Now I find out later it was huge everywhere else. Like majority white populations. It was the big thing. Oh yeah, I've got the spam thing turned off. But yeah, I mean, I did okay, let's see if that works. See if it works now, Aaron. But being in the dance halls and doing, the stuff, like, look, we got bouncing, we got Dead or Alive happening here, and this was the Afro-Caribbean style of dance that is seen as hyper-sexualized in white media. And so I came up very different. And then we get grunge, which is all about, I mean, God, Cobain was challenging gender norms. And I mean, the hair metal bands of the 80s were challenging gender norms before all this, like, horrendously not fun stuff. And I got into the Downward Spiral by Nine Inch Nails was one of my favorite albums in about the 11th grade. And I remember when Nirvana did their Unplugged, and I'm just like, wow, when a group that's known to be loud. And I remember we did it was a big deal. We were big rebels in our high school because during this fashion show, we did this Depeche Mode number with like goth fashion, and goth was a real like subculture. Sean's in the chat. He's never heard this story before. But it was all, dudes with eyeliner, and there was a lot of homophobia in our school at that time. And the guys who participated happened to be gay. And that was, I think, when I kind of learned that legislating morality doesn't work. You have to talk, and it's got to be a dialogue, because these guys were getting kicked out of their house, because of their Italian Roman Catholic backgrounds. And hey, Terex, while they were risking getting beat up at school because of other homophobic prejudices. And I think like part of the reason that anime kind of caught on, because I remember somebody explaining this to me, the minute something becomes your parents' thing, it's not your thing anymore. And so, stop it, sound. And so the children of science fiction fans became anime fans to an extent. And one of the things people just flocked to with anime was that it was more sexualized content for teenagers. And I mean, kids are youth. I loved doing music programming. I loved it because they kept saying you can't do educational stuff with music. It's either got to be totally focused and not fun. You can't be funny, or it's got to be, just vapid crap, because that's all people want. Sound a little familiar? Like, here I am again. It seems to be the mark of my career. But we were like, no, we can do, I won't say educational because you're not in school, but informative programming that is still fun, that people will watch for entertainment and then feel like they done learned something. Okay, fair enough. It's not education if you're talking to someone. It's preaching. Yes, preaching is what you don't want to do. And I guess that did define me, in that I have been down this road so many times on so many different topics. Hip hop, grunge, suicide prevention, because suicide for the longest time was don't talk about it because you'll get a copycat effect. And we are still trying to understand the copycat effect. But that's why you need a dialogue. That's why the facilitation method is affected. Like, that's why we need to keep doing it. And yes, harm reduction first is super important. But if you're sitting there, I mean, I remember a colleague of mine who's down in Baltimore right now. She talked about the fact that some of these, people who had the books on youth pedagogy and would come into these, predominantly Black neighborhoods and just wash right out. And then they go back and say, we can't be reached. Therefore, then, my friend who was doing these plays, whether the kids could, the youth could, be heard, get their own content out there. I was doing a teen pregnancy play. There are tapes of me out there somewhere as a teen mother, playing a teen mother in an early acting role. But, we found it was effective because you got to talk to people in their language. You can't seem to be looking down on them, because if you're looking down on them, they won't listen to you. And, that worked with hip hop, that worked with youth programming, that worked with rock stuff. We did some LGBTQ advocacy through Much Music. One of the things we did because it was a big issue of how do we participate in the Pride Parade without seeming to, take a side. And, the reputation of Ed the Sock was this the 90s or the early 2000s at this point? Anyway, around that time, we thought it was quite powerful because Ed was such a ladies' man. Like, he was so very not gay that we thought it would be great for Ed to participate in the Pride Parade. And so we made him a little shirt that said heterosexual and wore like a rainbow shirt. And it was huge. Now, now it would be, that's heteronormative and that. But at the time, people loved it because it's like, yeah, you're not us, but you're our friends. And it's very important to bring in people who are not immediately affected, because it's those people who are going to be able to say to other people, like, no, this is how it works, and stuff like that. Somebody said, oh no, Dragon Water, I was agreeing with you. It's okay. Would I be open to going on Lacy Green's new thing if it wasn't a debate, but a talk? Of course. My default answer for these things, guys, am I willing? Assume yes. What happens is there is a discussion. And if I am confident that it is not a gotcha, it is not a hit piece, it is not a gang up, because I've had experiences in the past where I've told it was just going to be me and the host, and then there were 6 people in the stream. And then I took a lot of crap for, well, you're interrupting. It's like, well, there's 6 of you and I can't see a single face. How am I going to know when you're going to talk? Oh, well, you dominated the conversation. Well, I'm a trained media personality and you are a bunch of schmucks on the internet. Yes, I'm better at this than you are. Get good. And it pissed me off, and this happens, and then I get into more trouble, and this is why people are like, oh, you're just like Anita, only nicer. No, I'm not nice. This is me. Like, this is the fucking hood, right? And so when people say nice, no, I just make an attempt to freaking understand people who may come from a different place than me, but rant over. Someone else, would I ever start doing things like Let's Plays in the future? Well, I did Dead or Alive. I find Let's Plays are not my strength. I did them back in the day and was told overwhelmingly that I sucked at them. I don't even know what that means. I did a Doom one that was fairly well received. The issue is time. I've done gameplay videos, but Let's Plays, there are a few Let's Players who do very, very well, you know, PewDiePie and Total Biscuit and people like that, they seem to suck up all the oxygen on YouTube. So I gotta find my own voice and not do what other people are doing. But, you know, obviously Let's Plays are a part of it. I just don't do them regularly. First of all, I don't get enough games. You'll notice the Friday video earlier today has a little game called Blockhood, which I was interested in. But you can't just show the game. Nobody gives a damn about the game. I have to talk about something so that people will watch the game, and then I have to worry about the publicist for the game worrying about the discussion I talked about was off-brand, and it's just like... I'd much rather do this crowdfunding stuff for the rest of my life and make my money that way. The advertiser model is just broken right now. They want you to say nothing, even remotely challenging. And then what's the good of your brand? You know, what's the good of you endorsing something? Unless you have like 3 million followers or something like that. And then all of a sudden, well, now you're allowed to judge, right? But somebody said, well, Ian, I disagree that you have to talk to people in their language. It seems to lack being genuine. However, you should understand someone else's language and find a bridge for common dialogue. How do I put this? You shouldn't be. I agree that you should be authentic. What I meant by speaking their language is, oh, did my computer freeze? Oh, suck. Oh, no. OBS froze. There we go. The camera's back. I believe that you should not be like, yeah, boy. If you know, we had a word for those guys back then, and I won't repeat it because it's too close to a word you're never supposed to say. But they're... like, I can use gaming phrases and it sounds authentic coming from me. And therefore, I have an advantage in talking to gamers because I'm speaking from the inside. What I meant by language is if you go and start dropping problematic and toxicity and, you know, systems of oppression and intersectionalism and things like that. Nobody ever says that with the hood. No, you didn't. There are people like Angela Rye, who's a commentator, who can do that, who can say things like that, but because she's got the cred, she's still speaking to her audience. People still think she has an authority. If you don't have that, you can't convince people. If people think you're trying to program them, if they think you have an agenda other than knowledge, it's not going to work. That's what I meant. Whoop. As the chat jumped. Oh, you're talking about Let's Plays with the chat. I have just gotten a window working. I was gonna do Dead or Alive volleyball. And I'll show you guys. Like, I've got this built now. See, I've got my Elgato up. I have set up. The problem before was I just didn't have the technical capability for it to look good enough. I thought the native Elgato capture software looked like garbage. So I had to get good enough with OBS to kind of do that. It's tough because here I am talking to you, and I've already lost track of a bunch of comments. And so I have to be looking at the chat and looking at the game and looking at the chat and looking at the game. And I mean, that's hard because how do you look multiple places at once? You know, I can try firing up Dead or Alive right now. Should I? Like, should I just turn it on, start playing some games while we talk? I can do that. I mean, I just accidentally turned on my PlayStation. But I'd have to switch monitors here because I've actually got it linked up to the monitor I'm looking at you now. And whoops, moving everything over. Okay, got the YouTube. Let's see if I can switch my screen over here. I'm trying to, my big living room TV is like broken now. Is this working? There we are. The screen got damaged, and so I have to get it fixed. So now I'm playing games off this thing, but I think we got it. Let's see here. Oh, what happened? Oh, it kicked off. Oh, you suck. Okay, let's see here. Will it actually kick over? No, that's my Twitter. Why did this worked the other day when I wasn't streaming? Isn't that interesting? It's not, there we are. Okay, got it. Woo! See, took some trying. So let me see if I can get you guys here. Had to find the right setting. There we go. And we're going to have an audio issue, so I'm going to have to turn this off. Can you guys hear it? Or am I... Oh, got to turn the desktop audio on. Nope. There we go. We should have audio here. It's reading, but it read the last time and there was no audio. The shadows in some of this stuff. Yeah, there's... Okay, Helena. Helena's a bit of a snot, but it's all good. Let's just go to bed. Yeah, you can hear the music a bit. Should I turn up the music? I'd rather it be too loud than too soft. So I'll turn up the audio a bit, but if it's stepping on me, let me know. It seems to be... Because when I originally recorded it, I had the audio all the way turned up. And it was just totally stepping on what I was saying. Can you guys hear it okay? Because the problem is, if I don't... Well, I gotta... Hang on. If I hear audio, I have to do double headphones. Which is super annoying. But I can do it. It is coming through these, right? Yeah. Because this is running through my speakers, not my headset. And so I have to plug in. Here we go. I love the music in this game. Didn't expect to be doing this. So, all right, we sound good. We look good. I don't have booze. This game is better with booze. But here we go. What do we want to do first? Let's go right to the volleyball, because volleyball's fun. Yeah, I do need an analog mixer, something external. But then that mucks with the HDMI mix anyway. There we go. Spike. I'm only going to be able to watch you guys while I'm not playing. So, that was amazing. Your underboob is amazing. Oh, I forget how to surf. There we are. There we go. Set up. Spike. Oh. Oh, is that hand boob girl? Hand boob girl's really good. Hey, I got it that time. Whoa. Oh, see, I looked away and botched it. All right. And apparently you can put sunblock on the girls to stop them from sunburning. I am going to do that. Everybody is getting sunblock. Oh, I suck. I mash? Yes, no, it was my oversight, Helena. All right, here we go. There we go. Some guy got really mad at me because I made a joke that this game should not involve skill. You should be able to play it one-handed. It was a joke, man. There we go. Yeah, I'm playing as Helena. Yeah, how do they not fall out with underboob? Tape. It's the same way I don't fall out of my Slave Leia bikini. Tape. It is actually, it used to be toupee tape. Oh, did you see that? No, that was legit skill. But you actually tape yourself into the bathing suit. Or you use a product called Pro Adhesive, which is actually waterproof. It's the only way to... Oh, I blew the spike. That was a good rally, though. I have not played the Princess Maker games. Are they good? Oh! I'm still not good at blocking yet. I was never good at blocking, even when I played volleyball in high school, because my boobs would get caught in the net. I'm not kidding. That should happen in this game if they were going for realism, which of course they're not. Do I know if any more game magazines are writing about me? There are some people who are trying. Don't know if it's going to get past the editors. It's been an interesting experiment. I've had some outlets say that they'll cover the first episode, but they don't cover Kickstarters this month. But yeah. I didn't expect a lot of mainstream gaming attention because I have them blacklisted, but so it wasn't in the marketing plan. I mean, we funded without it, which was always the idea. Oh, I suck at those spikes. All right, it made the other girls happy, though. Okay, let's go buy some sunblock. Zach Ball. All right, whatever. Which PS4? I just have the basic PS4, the first model when it first came out. Yes. The wrapping always messes me up because I have fallen behind Marie Rose. We'll give her some sunscreen. And we'll just do everybody. Sunscreen for everybody. Gotta learn their names. I'm a bad resort manager. Yeah, I am on the GG auto blocker. Pisses me off no end, but because somebody decided I was transphobic because of my dog. I already gave Marie Rose, so we can bail out of this now. There, let's give gifts. They actually do. I thought it was pretty cool that they actually do sunburn. Okay, so she likes the blue, right? Which blue? Oh, son of a fart. All right, let's see here. Okay, so she doesn't want sunscreen. Fine, get a sunburn. All right, let's play volleyball again. I made a joke about my dog using a scratching post to the feline frequency account, asking if my dog, you know, who has, you know, cat-like behaviors, is part of felinism on trans species grounds, and I was told I was transphobic. And then later on, the person who accused me of it said that they know I'm not transphobic, but the comment was transphobic because I was comparing people to dogs. Yes. We all know now that Loki is Xerxes, so... And I'd never compare people to dogs because I like dogs better than people. Oh, too slow. I'll say right now, the relaxing parts that are in this game crack me up. because they just feel so voyeuristic. And yeah, I agree, Helen. Hey, there's a Helen in the chat. There's a Helena in the game. Oh, net roll. Oh. Sorry, Helena. I need to stop kind of freaking. There we go. Set up. Nice. Okay, why didn't that work? Whoop! No! Woo, recovery. Okay, why have I suddenly lost the ability to spike? Yeah, the nice thing about this game is it is pretty chill, so I can talk in the very long pauses. Oh, I have to serve. Okay, that should have worked. Maybe I'm pressing the wrong button. I have really not been able to figure out the controls on this. The tutorials on this game, I admit, kind of suck. Wow, someone in the chat was looking at a disappearing tree in the background of this game. I am impressed. Deadeye right there. I'm not looking at the trees, guys. Sorry. Now I'm looking at the trees. You're making me do it wrong. Alright. Oh! Yeah, do that some more. Nice, serve. Up. Oh! God, I missed every spike this time. I had this and I lost it. Don't you hate that? When something's... There you go! When something's a combo in a game, that I'm going to try to jump serve just because I'm a glutton for punishment. There we go. And don't you hate it when you have something and then you lose it? I hate that. And that's actually a thing for game developers right now discussing, you know, because these games are super long, that they're concerned about that skill erosion because people go away for a while. Oh, come on. I beat myself. All right. I think it's Zach in the background. I'll look next time. Why are you guys making me look at the background of a Chicks in Bikinis game? Like, come on. Yeah, the, oh, she gave me a gift. Let's check out her gifts. Well, let's give Helena... What do you mean? Come on, Helena. You've got that alabaster skin. Whoops. I always press the wrong button. There we go. There we go. Apply Sunny Block. Now she will not burn. Oh. She's playing Zach's horn. Get it? Wonder if that's an ass trombone. Alright. Look. Malfunction. It's a wardrobe malfunction. You don't have to sorry Dragon Water. I'm just busting your chops because it's fun. Should we play Blackjack? Somebody spent a lot of time on this battle. Let's send a gift. Know who she is. Where is she? There she is. I know that's her gift. There we go. You know, it would be interesting to see how an all-male version of a game like this did. This game objectifies objectification. Oh, Dr. Pistachio is the trombone Rusty. Well done. Let's just go to bed. I'd be Shonen Beach. That's a great term. But what game franchise would it be? Would it be DOA again? Or... I love hers is my favorite default bathing suit in the whole game. I like it. Oh! Yeah. What would the jiggle physics be in an all-male game like this, though? What would bounce? Oh! Come on! Oh, okay, that one was fair. At least it just didn't go to the net. Set up! Spike! Oh. They're getting better. Yes! Dong physics. Yeah, see, that's not the same. You want the boys secure. I don't want them flapping all over the place. That was an interesting animation. Yeah! That was a good... Check that out. Oh! I had redeemed myself on those spikes. I did that once before, though. Okay, no more spike serves. It's a dumb way to lose. Nice! Meat spin. Oh man, could you imagine that game feature in our male beach volleyball game? We have a mechanic called meat spin. There we go. Yeah. Sorry, the euphemisms for penis and friends of penis in the chat right now are hilarious. There we go. Oh, that was weird. Nice. Lunchbox mechanics. Fruit bowl. Okay. I should wrap because I've been going for an hour, but does anybody have any questions on Ladybits? I have no idea. Look, I won! Yay! I won that time. Oh, what? You have to keep applying it? You're shiting me. Oh, come on. Okay, there's one thing I want to try with you guys. I've not done the rock climbing yet. So, let's see. Oh, could you imagine a game like this with, like, the Marvel Avengers or something like that? Like, people would, okay. Oh, this is actually a game. Oh, dear. Okay. Skill. Dope. The Samantha Swift archaeology games. No, I haven't. Alright. Are they good? Okay. Yay. Oh, this is easier than the pool thing. Problem with switching back from PlayStation Xbox controllers is I second guess myself on the prompts and things like this. Because X is in a different place on the PlayStation controller than it is on Xbox. We made it! Yeah, the hair clipping bugs me too, Kisei. Alright! There's the shamelessness. I expected this to be way more butt shots than that was. That's a good question. Where do you find the G-spot on Ladybits? I'll have to name a segment the G-spot. I agree, Angelo, about, you said the most offensive thing here is that the girl is barefoot, and I agree. Whoops. I think that, I felt that way in the Tomb Raider game that I ever rock climbing barefoot. It just, no. Is this something Helena would like? Gotta try to keep her happy. She seems like a cafe au lait type, but I could be totally wrong. She's kind of, like, posh. So... Nah, I still gotta play Nier. When will the first episode of Ladybits be? Probably September. I want to make sure there's, like, a few episodes banked before we start releasing them. And it'll give me time to, like, get the stuff like that all together and goodness. So yeah, just really want, because one of the biggest things that have been going on is that because of other shows, you know, nothing I've done, but because of, you know, the oh, can we play volleyball one more time? Or maybe we'll play butt sumo. I always forget what. No. I'm sorry, I bought you a present and then I forgot. Let's do butt battle. I like the butt battles. But yeah, because other people took so long, people are saying, oh, she's probably not going to finish it. It's going to be a scam, all that stuff. It's, people have been saying the same thing about me, and I understand it. There's nothing I can do about it. So I just have to make the shows and prove them wrong, right? Whee! My butt is the winner! I tell you, finding out that butt sumo was a thing kind of rocked my world. Not gonna lie. Oh, there she is, lying on the bed the wrong way. Present time. Dragon water, I agree with you. This butt sumo makes no sense. What exactly is Ladybits? It's the... oh, she sent it back. It's the show I'm kickstarting right now. So there's a link at the bottom of this video, like in the description box. You can just check that out, and it'll take you to the page that tells you lettuce, cabbage. Who just gave me a whole cabbage? Okay, I'm gonna eat it and give Helena like epic farts. All right, she just ate a whole cabbage, people. And then she's gonna eat coffee. Now she has coffee breath and epic farts. All right, now she has... Now she has like sunblocked epic farts. And there's no point of using the epic farts in a casino because you can't smell shit in a casino for all the, but let's go to the casino. I agree, Vianticus. Yeah, rock climbing after the cabbage. That's called a jetpack. Okay, I'm gonna play Blackjack because I like the cards. Welcome. Hi, guys. Yeah, epic farts should give you an advantage in butt battle. We should be able to eat like a ton of franks and beans and cabbage and then just fart on each other on the butt battles. I don't want to double down. Hit. 13. Hit! I knew that. I love that card, though. That outfit, I love it. Agreed, butt battle needs some stick of truth style moves. Just don't light a match while rock climbing. Stay away from the tiki torches. Oh, see, that's hot. That the Queen of Spades, the Queen of Diamonds card right there. That's hotter than the bathing suits. That is a hot look for Helena. Okay, I'm gonna stand. Yay! Oh man, the chat is like all about farts right now, and it's awesome. All right. Oh look, she's doing like bed yoga. She's doing boob yoga. What's she doing? Oh no, she's doing... Okay, she's being all coquettish. I am really not up on my Japanese only. Alex, the chat suggested gender flipping that scene from Blazing Saddles. Dragon Show. Okay, one more volleyball. You guys are too funny. Oh boy. Oh, too far. Okay, gotta focus. Gotta focus. Can't play and laugh about farts. Okay, now imagine. Okay, imagine this match now, guys. She's just eating cabbage, bending over like that. Helena's got the trots. Oh, sorry, Helena. See, she's off her game. Because she's got the gas. Yeah, wearing a white bathing suit after all that cabbage is quite daring. Oh man, see, this is gaming, right? Play a stupid game and make dumb jokes. Whoa. See, now these are fart powers. Now that concussive blast, that is the cabbage right there. Right? See, there's the cabbage. Kick it in. We have officially collectively ruined DOAX. Could you imagine a YouTube segment? Add farts to a game? Oh! What happened there? Oh, shit, it went off her boobs. That should happen more often. Whoop. Yeah. One person in chat said DOA and fart jokes will be forever conjoined in my mind. It's not my fault the game gave me cabbage. And now people are just looking at the vanishing tree. Oh, this is so good. Anybody wants to see, you know, what gaming actually is should just watch this. Oh, we were better with the cabbage farts. Look at that. All right. See, they're getting, I'll show you again, guys. They're getting, I have no idea what that is, Odysseus. I'll show you again. They're actually starting to get sun effects, which I think is pretty cool. Helena's not, because I gave her sunblock. but some of the other girls are starting to tan. Well, she's not. It gets more extreme, but they're starting to show. All right. You notice they say the effects of the sunscreen have worn off, but not the cabbage? Yeah, some gas-powered volleyball. What do you think pumped up the volleyball? Yeah! Yes! Do-over! Alright. Is that a banana tree? Oh! Safe! Oh, badness. Alright. Well, I got too big on dancing and forgot to play. What was that chick doing? She was like stunned. Oh, that's plumber butt chick. People keep telling me her name, and it really doesn't stick because I haven't played. I mean, Tina was my main in DOA, so I'm a bit behind on that because Soul Calibur and Mortal Kombat became my fighters. So, I mean, the last time I played DOA, it was on the Sega Saturn. If that tells you anything. Ugh. Oh, off the boobs. Oh, that would be a great idea. A tower defense game based on farts? And like, there's like propulsive and like smell effects? That could work, man. Tower defense is like an underrated genre. I like tower defense games a lot. It's not a gamer's game, chatter. It's very much a relaxing game. And the thing I find so fascinating about this whole thing is that the reason it succeeds is that people have built relationships with these characters. I mean, you're certainly better at the social aspects of the game if you know who they are. And I think that's really interesting that the getting to know the girls and learning their preferences and all that stuff is so, you know, central to this gameplay. What is that? Can I afford that? I don't think I can. Oh dear. This looks kind of like Bronx Cheer, am I right? We're gonna buy that. Bronx Cheer means fart for people who don't know. Ooh, that one's pretty. Will she wear that? Let's find out. Ugh! The spleen super suit. Yeah, let's tip off Ubisoft and say we want fart-based tower defense gameplay in Stick of Truth. What do we want to do now? Oh, this one's all right. This is like girls running. Oh, we can play beach volleyball here too? I did not know. Yeah, I don't know why it says malfunction power piglet. I've been trying to figure that out as well. Because it's wardrobe. And it's a malfunction. Alright. Different zone to play the beach of volleyball. Oh, I see what you mean about the disappearing tree now. Oh, now I can't unsee it. That was a fine view right there. I guess they realized it was kind of hard to play with a giant phallic object in your field of view. Yeah, she's waving the cabbage away. I mean, man, they serve cabbage and iced coffee on this island. I hope they also sell toilet paper. Whoa, these girls are a lot better. Yeah. Oh, she's got honey on her butt. She's a honey butt. All right. Apparently one of these characters is like a geisha or something, and that's why her wardrobe is more provocative. I am personally freaked out by little chibi bears, like kawaii stuff on bathing suits encasing giant melons. It just seems like a mixed message that I'm not comfortable with. But that's just a personal taste. Oh, killing me. What person in chat said, you don't need toilet paper, just get another cabbage. Oh, these girls are good. Yeah. That was a pretty glamour shot. Apparently it's a photo mode that I have not tried. Yeah! Oh, I got some bonus point there. For something. Fart powers, that's what. That's a cabbage bonus. Man, I have to poop so bad. Yeah, how come you don't get to see, like, toilet cams in this game? See, they're getting sunburned. That's cool, isn't it? Like, it looks painful, but that's cool. All right, we'll go back to the hotel. Yeah. Helena. Present time! Let's open a present. Let's try these bathing suits now. Whoops. These are kind of loosey-goosey. Open. Delicious foods! Frenchy fries. Wait, you're French? You should like French fries. Eat the French fries. Alright, let's put on some more sunscreen. Alright. Okay, so she likes this bathing suit. Okay. Oh, Helena does not like the Matahari outfit. Whoops! What just happened? Okay, there we go. So who would wear it? Wow, sorry, Helena. Didn't think you'd dislike it that much. Okay. So, open. Oh, she really hates it. Okay, we'll keep her with the pink one. Yeah, I agree, Sun Tiger. She keeps complaining about the size of the room, but, like, she could afford a better one, so why does she just get a better one and, like, stop complaining about it? Now, will she get mad at me if I put her in that ridiculous outfit? Yeah, Zach keeps giving Helena sabotage foods. Yeah, oh yeah, that's alright. Wait, I wanna... Whoops, what happened? I wanna see this thing on. Oh, come on, that's actually pretty. It's clipping like crazy, but it's actually pretty. Stupid, but pretty. She looks a bit like Sophitia in Soul Calibur. Maybe that's why she doesn't like it. It's stepping on her IP. Oh, pretty. The game is, there's girl mode and then there's owner mode. And it's, you can switch back and forth. So, like, now I'm switching to owner mode, which gives you, what's this? Oh, it's tips. Okay. So that's the way it kind of works. All right. So we'll leave it there. I think this has been a good stream. No, the owner mode isn't a gotta catch 'em all. It's not that sort of thing. It's you're supposed to keep the girls happy, give them gifts. Okay, somebody wants to see casino stuff. Okay, this is the last thing though, because I gotta go do a site walkthrough now. Okay. Third rock from the sun? The stream suffocated in farts. All right. Deal. I like looking at the outfits on the cards. So that's cute. The 6 of diamonds. Bust. That's what this game's all about. Yeah, the casino's totally empty. They heard that Helena consumed an entire cabbage and then drank an iced coffee. Alright. See, these are pretty. I like these cards. Hit. 16. Stand. Oh! Oh, whoa. She's wearing, like, clothes there. It surprised me. All right. Oh, yeah, take insurance. That crappy hand. What is these noises? Yeah, that's why I took the insurance. Oh, somebody has a serious question. Okay, I'll just leave the table, answer this question, and then we can... yeah, it does kind of look like Tifa. Somebody will go to bed, and somebody in the chat said something about conventions and the similar to issues in the convention policies are, wow, look at that clipping. But convention policies are one of those things that they need to be flexible enough that they don't I'm just going to shut this off. They don't stifle your ability to make a judgment call, but at the same time, they have to be clear and set some clear rules of conduct that aren't too open to interpretation, because the problem that happens if you get people who, you know, are non-neurotypical, then they start having trouble conforming to rules that some people assume are common sense, but they may very well not be. And so we did when I did a convention, our rules were very, very simple. And we very much had a policy of, if somebody tells you to stop doing something, just stop doing it. Okay, thanks. And that made it really cut and dry, because then people were expected to communicate. And that's the best thing I can kind of suggest. The convention currently runs a policy of cosplay is not consent. Well, yeah, I mean, cosplay is not consent is a good start, but, you know, how do you enforce a grievance? That is the challenge there. You don't want to stifle fun, but at the same time, you want to make sure that people feel like they can come and talk to you. And that has less to do with the actual rules you set and more to do with the tone you set. I always told people that I came at con running like Flemeth. I'm like the fire breathing dragon lady that everybody's terrified of, so you can have a good time. And so if there is an issue, please come to me. We'll figure out a resolution. But to me, the ideal solution to something is something that all parties agree on, and you need people with some mediation experience to get that to work. And that takes people skills, which can often be in short supply in some stuff. So I'm wiping away the tears of laughter from the cabbage fart stuff. But it's a sticky wicket. It really comes down to, the rules are important and they need to be clear, but equally important is strong leadership from the top who's willing to take the time to address concerns and actually talk people through it. And sometimes that's not doable at the event itself. Sometimes you have to kind of say, look, stay away from her, stay away from him. And there may be reasons why somebody has to be somewhere at a certain time. I think if somebody's got to be somewhere to work, then they have to be somewhere to work. You can't ban them. The other person can just be like, well, avoid this for now. We'll work it out. But timing, because then what you don't want is somebody going and blasting your convention on social media. Okay. Sorry, somebody was clarifying a point. You don't want somebody blasting your con on social media because it's a PR thing. So you have to keep them talking. And I think the best solution is actually have a convention mediator, like somebody who that is their only job. Because unless that is their only job, then, I was very, very fortunate when I did con running that I had a disability advocate on site, and that's all he had to do. He ran the green room, like he ran the hospitality suite, and I learned so much dealing with my buddy Todd, because he made the most off-color disability jokes, and he uses a wheelchair, so he could get away with it. But everybody just loaded up like the cases of water and stuff in Todd's lap, and then we just pushed him because he was super strong, right? Because he was in a manual wheelchair the whole time, so he was like a push cart. But he handled a lot of that stuff because that's what he did. And so I think that's the best solution for a complaint resolution. You have to have someone there that is their only job. Because if that's not their only job, then you risk having to cut a conversation short because you have to go and do something else. So that's the best short solution. If this is a concern, if you're on the Concom, we can talk about this later. If you shoot me a message, like a Twitter DM or a message through Kickstarter or Patreon or anything like that, I'd be happy to go over this more with you. Because getting the specifics of the problem and everything, I don't want you shared in chat. But hopefully that helps a little bit. But if you want to talk it out more, let me know. Otherwise, please back and share Ladybits. If everybody can just go to the link in this live stream and share the link that is pasted below, go to the Kickstarter page and do all that stuff. Share. That's the best way to get the word out, because, even if you have a tiny social network, well, those are probably people you talk to a lot. And the best press I can possibly get is you guys. It's way better than an article that can go both ways, as I have been reminded. But talk to people about it. Sorry. Someone in chat just said, when a man gives you a cabbage, run. It's true.
Maybe he wants you to make a nice soup. Boy. Okay. But yeah, you guys are my best PR department. Hi, Ice High Wind. God, High Wind. I gotta stop. I'm wrecked. I can't. The cabbage and iced coffee. It's killed me. Okay, thanks, guys. Tuesday will be live. Tuesday will be live. Yes, I have a Red Sonja costume. This is possibly the best stream I have ever done, just because the fart jokes. But, but yeah, please share. We'll be back on Tuesday. Maybe I'll play some GTA. Yeah, this stream was sober. Like, what the hell? Oh my god, too funny. A cucumber reference from Review Tech USA's. My eyes are watering. Like, look, my mascara is going because I'm laughing. Well, I did Cabbage Patch face. Remember, I did do a Cabbage Patch Kid joke. Yeah, Mel Brooks could never make Blazing Saddles nowadays. And that's one of my favorite scenes in film ever, just for the stupidity of it. But yeah, we'll be back live on Tuesday, be back live on Friday. Share, please. Best thing you can do. And of course, back. Definitely backing is a good thing. This is sort of the uncanny valley of a Kickstarter campaign where it's not the beginning and it's not the end, so things slow down a lot. So the more you can get the word out, the better, so we can finish really, really strong. Okay, thanks everybody. You were awesome. That was a lot of fun, possibly more fun for me than anybody else. Bye. Thanks for watching.